everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Procrastinators Podcast. I am the best guy ever, and today we're joined by an illustrious cast of goons and scoundrels. First up, Ben Saint.
Excuse me. I'm so sick because my body has been neglected. It's wasted away.
Munchie,
what can I do about that?
If only there was a solution. Munchie, where's Tiny Hats?
We gotta do this podcast quick because I'm melting and I'm about to be a puddle on the floor in about 10 minutes.
Dude, I love Olaf from Frozen.
Dude, I love The Wizard of Oz.
Dude, I love the Nuclear Throne.
Ice Cube.
Dude, I love water.
Hypocrite is here.
Hello, it's me, the weakest boy at the ball. I can't lift my own body weight. Here I am on the floor.
Gravity's too strong for this man. And finally, we've got our special guest, the two-time returning champion, Fit MC.
Everyone in this podcast is a homo sapien.
I thought you were taking that in a different direction. I don't want to think about that anymore. Well, guys, today we've done it. As you can tell, we've gathered. It's time for the illustrious second half of our world famous Minecraft and fitness saga.
You were so you just could not wait to do the back-to-back Minecraft and fitness episode. That was just your one fucking joy in the entire world, and it was ripped from you.
I really was excited about it. Ever since we were talking about getting fit on an episode of the PCP to begin with, I was really gung-ho to make the topic of that episode fitness and Minecraft. You know, the two most inextricably linked subjects in the world.
A complex Venn diagram is generated.
There's a lot of connecting nodes there. It's like a brain with all these synapses connected through a complex network. Yeah.
Nate's got a map of the United States up on his wall right now with two thumbtacks in it. One labeled fitness and the other Minecraft, and he's got lots of red strings going in between them, but they're just between these 2 points. So it's not like a big web, it's just a line.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but so many
they're linked, dude. They are fucking linked. You cannot deny.
And he'll sit and he'll stare at the wall for 45 minutes, and then he'll nod to himself and put up another string, and then the cycle repeats itself.
He spanned the entire yarn around those 2 points.
He connects the points, and then he just says back, eyes wide. What does it mean? Right,
so here we are.
That's what we're here to solve today.
So
Nate,
to get into fitness, it simply must be defined. It simply must be defined. Okay, now, ironically, so the definition of fitness here, okay, here we go. Fitness, the core of physical health. Get off your computer and try it. That is the definition of fitness, which, a lot of thinking memes emojis going on. What else have we got? There's got to be a better one. Okay, fitness. Here's another one. Fitness, the most important thing you can have. Without fitness, you're a fat homosexual who sits around all day watching movies on your computer and eating Cheez-Its. To be fit is to be God. Probably.
Urban Dictionary is Nate. I think this has been established.
I mean, it would not. So what? I'm spoiling the future because I definitely will do this one day, and I should just go in and knowing what the topic is, I should add a section of whatever I wanted to say on Urban Dictionary the day before. I haven't done it yet, but I should read it, and so I should ask someone to read it, and because you can see who it's by at the bottom, I should leave a little hint by saying that it was by me, and we'll see if anyone
picks up.
Just a little hint. By the way, though, I just want to point out. On the list, every Urban Dictionary thing has a list of related things. The third one down is Fit MC on the Fit Urban Dictionary thing. And let's read what it has to say here.
Oh boy.
Fit MC, a Minecraft YouTuber that plays on a popular Anarchy server, 2B2T, and in parentheses, also is very fit and muscly. Lamau, Fit MC, has huge muscles.
Someone actually wrote that?
This is by Antisocial Weeb from July 27th, 2016. That's who wrote this.
He's your biggest fan.
I
hope he's listening.
I like the example sentence, used in a sentence, lol.
Yeah, it said Lamau. It said Lamau.
Antisocial Weeb, please leave a comment letting us know, telling us your state of mind.
Right, we know you listen.
How are you doing?
This episode, This episode comes on the heels of you, Fit, accomplishing a New Year's resolution, I believe.
Oh, yeah. So my New Year's resolution this year, and I said it on Twitter on January 1st, I'm like, I am going to finally do the one-armed pull-up. And yesterday I did it, and I was so happy. Like, this is like
incredible.
Perfect timing for this podcast.
Now, I just want to clarify, because some people, I've heard it in various circles, they consider a one-arm pull-up that you have one hand wrapped around the bar, and you can grab your other wrist and do a thing like that. Is that what we're talking about, or are we talking just dangling from one arm?
It's just
they call it 1.5 sometimes.
It's just from one arm.
Now, I just want to say that is fantastic. Congratulations, of course. I have long had a dream, ever since I beat Final Fantasy VII as a young child, and in the final cutscene,
back to that.
I have a lot of fitness goals based on the Final Fantasy games, but at the end of Final Fantasy VII, Cloud canonically does a one-armed pull-up while holding Tifa. So that's maybe 160, 180 pounds. I mean, she's got big tits, so something
they
pretty
weigh
large.
like 80 pounds. They weigh 40 pounds each.
Realistically, she's maybe 120 pounds to 140 pounds. That's probably about right. So
that's
that's about
depending on her height.
I don't know.
Let's fucking debate how much Tifa weighs. Right
if you're talking about like Final Fantasy fitness goals, though, mine is to suplex a freight train. That is my Final Fantasy related goal.
As Saban did.
As my
I know I've said
these
before.
Maybe.
I'll just name my other two. One is that Zell did 100 pull-ups before hitting level 1 at the beginning of Final Fantasy VIII. That was before he even joins the party, which I want to do. And then just to run up as many flights of stairs in a building as Cloud did in Shinra HQ at the beginning of Final Fantasy VII.
Would the equivalent of doing 100 pull-ups before reaching level 1 being like doing 100 pull-ups and then like doing an episode of the PCP, Nate? Is that what you're
yeah. That'd be great. I could do that. And you know what? I've looked into it. Doing 100 pull-ups is not like an insane goal to have. When I was young, my record was 50. My record was 50 when I was in high school. It's pretty good.
I feel like I could do a one-handed pull-up, but mostly because the rest of my body has no mass to it.
Because you're like a swablu, There's just cotton balls and fuzz.
Pull-ups are fucking easy, but as soon as I actually get fit, they will be impossible.
Hippo is a Drifloon.
As I'm sure you can tell,
That's true.
viewers, there are two fitness gods here, and then laymen of varying degrees of disgust. I would say either, I'm just going to go on a limb here, either me or Hippo are probably the weakest link in society here.
What are you talking about, Munchie? You are an absolute unit.
Okay, we can debate my unitness all day, but the fact is that I don't look like it, but I'm weak as shit. I am. You would be forgiven for thinking that I'm some sort of like weird strong fat person, but no, it's not like that in reality.
There was this one moment during Radcon 3 where me and Munchie were like running to a train. And we were sprinting our fucking lungs out.
Oh god, that was the worst moment.
I was dragging my suitcase behind me,
Jesus.
But I still ran faster than Munchie, so I think I win.
Well, okay.
Hey, land speed is different from generated force in a punch or a push or whatever.
Actually, you reminded me of that. Like, has confirmed. Actually, I'm the strongest person to ever exist because I was carrying like 6 grocery bags on each arm, well,
there you go.
Holding them out, like running as fast as I could. Granted, I was huffing and puffing, and I almost passed out on the train, but I did it. I did it, and the job got done.
There you go. That's some real shit. Cardiovascular fitness is kind of the area that I want to grow in. I mean, I don't know. They say that the group of people in the world who has the highest degree of body dysmorphia is like men, like fit men. That's what they say because they're very self-conscious about like wanting to be bigger and whatnot.
And just all the fit on 4chan, you can prove that.
Yeah, I mean they'll tell you that you're all those. I love the images of the gigantic 6'1" god and then the 6'0" midget freak standing next to him. That's those are my favorite. Yeah. But it's a real thing. It's a real thing that it's always seemed to me that I've been very self-conscious of how I look, and that's been a big motivator and why I wanted to work out and look better. I mean, just recently, Michelle put out like a video when we were at an aquarium that I was in, and I'm like, oh, I look fat and gross. And I know mathematically speaking, or objectively speaking, that I look pretty decent, but it's just not good enough, and it consumes me. It consumes me.
It's time to air my dirty laundry. Time to tell you. All right. Seeing myself specifically in all the videos from RadCon 3, but especially in the Tales Gets Trolled lecture, and comparing them to the Sonichi lecture, I was like, oh my god. Like, I knew that I gained maybe like 15 pounds since then, but like looking at it and seeing it, I was like, oh my god. Oh,
it puts it into perspective.
No.
Yeah.
So,
oh no.
Yeah, no, it was a wake-up call. So I've started getting back into lifting. I had let it lie pretty fallow for a long time. But
I did that
great.
one.
That
is great.
I'm making it a priority again.
That's why it's really important. A lot of people can I think the reason why people get like ridiculously morbidly obese, like in America, is because they just like day to day is just not part of their lifestyle to like think about that stuff, because we train human beings totally wrong in this country. And they should be way more conscious of fitness and how to eat healthy and survive and stuff.
I think me and Hippo have a point to do about like fitness in school and sports and shit later, so we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we can talk about that for sure, because they do it all fucking wrong. I learned everything I know about fitness from like YouTubers and nothing from school.
I learned it all when I was in like late college.
I thought you learned it all from Final Fantasy, Nate.
Yeah. Well, that too.
When I was in college, I got really into like reading up about fitness and stuff. I went on Fit a lot. I downloaded a lot of ebooks and shit. And I was into it for a little bit. Not like crazy, but I was like kind of fit. I had like a pretty respectable deadlift for a little bit.
Your squats were always. I mean, you seem to squat like. Your squats were like good. Mine have always been utterly disgraceful, and I don't know why.
I've been able to squat more than you, even when like I hadn't lifted for a while.
Always. I don't even want to get into my numbers. That would just be embarrassing.
Not my numbers.
No, I used to deadlift like 300 something, and it was pretty sick. But now I haven't deadlifted in a while, so I don't know. But that felt. I felt like a cool guy sometimes.
Just FYI, viewer, a 315 deadlift is fucking disgraceful. Like, you should be deadlifting 4 plates, 5 plates at least. That's not a joke. That's not.
What
a
do you
joke.
deadlift? What do you deadlift?
I'm deadlifting around 3 plates, so like around 315 right now, which is disgraceful and it's pathetic and nothing. Yeah.
Ben, what would you say your goal is?
Well, my goal right now is just to like get back into a routine of doing it. Get back up to like what I used to be doing at my best, which was like, squatting maybe like 250, it's like 245, deadlifting like 300 something. My bench was always pretty disgraceful. My best bench ever was maybe like 165 or something. I never managed to bench my body weight. Maybe that should be my goal. Maybe my goal getting back into it is like, I'm finally going to bench my body weight.
That's a good goal, and that's attainable for sure.
Yeah.
FitMC, we should do this. Do you have a fitness goal?
Well, now that I did the one-armed pull-up, I'm going to try to do it for reps, and then also my other arm, I can barely get my chin to the bar, so I'm a little unbalanced. But just in general, like just working on my body weight fitness, because when I was like in my early 20s, I was just a lifter. I wanted to just look like a balloon animal, just hit the weights hard, squats and oats for big gains. But
go mad every day.
Yeah, I know, right? But in my later 20s and living so close to the ocean now, and I do a lot of like stuff in the water, it's just I kind of appreciate being at a lower weight, because I feel like I can do more athletically, like climbing, swimming, surfing. Like, it's hard to do that stuff when you are a higher body weight, just because of all the lifting.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's cool. I mean, I've kind of, I don't know. I want to be Z's. There's no bones about it. I want to look like Z's. That would be the ideal.
You want to be dead?
if you can do what Z's did and not die. He died overdosing or something in like some brothel or in like fucking the Philippines or something.
Really?
Yeah, he really did. I don't know if he overdosed, but something was up with his heart. He had like a heart issue.
A heart condition.
It might have just been that, but it was like he did take like substances.
I'm sure the steroids didn't help his heart.
Yeah.
I thought he was natty. I thought he was natty.
Oh, no. He was not.
Here's the thing about Ziz. His body, because he was so cut and so low in body weight, his physique is attainable natty, but not in the speed he was able to do it in.
Right. But for those who don't know, by the way, Ziz is kind of the god of the fitness board of 4chan. He's an Australian cunt, and he lived fast and died hard. But you know what? Have you watched Scooby 1961 much? He's my fitness icon on YouTube.
I remember when I first started browsing the fit board on 4chan, I'd watch some of his videos, and he had some really informative stuff. Like there was some form corrections I was able to make by watching his videos. Yeah, I thought he was a really good fitness YouTuber to watch, really underrated.
He's gone goofy. Scooby is a weirdo.
He's super goofy and he's super gay, but all is forgiven.
Yeah. Forgiven. We'll give him a royal pardon for being gay.
Exactly. I was just gonna say on the subject of Ziz, like he's made a video about how like Ziz is a better role model than like Jeff Side. Jeff Side's another like world famous fitness guy because Jeff Side claims to be natty, and he may well be, but it's just that if he really is natty, his physique is unbelievable.
What is natty?
Yeah.
No steroids.
We should define our terms.
No steroids.
Yeah. No steroids whatsoever. Just naturally obtaining like a good physique or whatever. Being naturally slim, naturally muscular, any of that stuff. So yeah, no steroids.
I'm afraid I'm not natty. My physique is not natty because I've drank
all this. Took up steroids every day.
I've drank all this caffeine. I've drank all this caffeine to give myself the jitters to burn off those extra calories.
Well, I'll give you a pass because Scooby definitely consumes a lot of caffeine and calls himself natty. So if he loves caffeine.
I was just joking, but I'm surprised. He seems like the kind of guy who'd be like, no caffeine, no fucking polysorbonates or whatever.
Well, Scooby is very much a pragmatist, and Scooby recognizes that, like, okay, what does caffeine do to your body? It helps you get energy to do stuff. It has, little to no side effects, as long as you don't, take crazy amounts of it. And, and that's really it. And so he's like, this seems fine, doesn't seem harmful. Because Scooby, what's great about Scooby, and everyone, if you're interested in fitness, I would highly recommend you check out Scooby 1961 on YouTube. He is the GOAT, as far as I'm concerned, for learning this shit. He's conscious of two things. He's got, two goals. One, to be super muscly and ripped, because he just loves looking that way, and God bless him for it. And then the second goal, probably even more important, is to just, be super cardiovascularly fit. He does half Ironmans. He does bikes across China and huge crazy trips and stuff. Despite having this huge muscly physique, and he's a huge guy. So he's just working towards these are his goals, and he devises strategies to help him achieve those things. And if you have different goals, well, you got to use some different strategies probably. But and he's developed all these tools on his website, Scooby'sWorkshop.com, that you can use to help you with whatever your goals are. And it's fucking great. It's fucking great.
Let me talk about goals. Let me talk about aesthetic goals. When I got into fitness, when I was maybe around 20 or so, I was like, man, I'm real ugly, and I need to be less ugly, and this is my only chance. So that helps. Yeah, sure it does. Mm-hmm. But I think
Ben, I
don't actually think that matters anymore. I really don't think that it makes much difference what you look like.
I'll tell you what does make a difference, Ben. I've said this 1,000 times before. You know this to be true. It's the beard, dude. It's the fucking beard.
Okay, yeah, well, that's a whole separate issue.
Ben, your beard is iconic. It's fucking iconic. The bin that everyone thinks about in their mind is the TBAP Q&A bin. That's the real bin.
I think most people probably think of the Chris Chan lecture bin, but I do think the beard
statistically.
I do think the beard is a better look. It's coming back.
You look like a fucking lumber. Both you and Nate. This is a proven fact that everyone knows. You and Ben appear in the TBAP Q&A as the most beautiful people to ever exist. Everyone in the community was like blown away at how you appeared in that video.
And we just looked like
holy.
Normal people doing pony videos, you know.
We were so blown away because we were just normal. And
I mean, yeah, that's what I thought at the time.
I had a real good-looking beard, and I was wearing a very flattering outfit.
Yeah, you were wearing fucking flannel. You look like a lumberjack. You look like a lumberjack.
That was my shirt. I lent him my shirt.
No, that was my shirt. I got that in Poland.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe
that was my favorite.
That's
my
like
favorite
his
shirt.
Shoes. It's like it's his shirt, but you took it from home. Is that?
No, that's all mine.
Shoes.
That was all me.
I'm linking this right. Ben, you are wrong. That is my shirt that I lent. I'm looking at it right now.
No.
That was definitely.
Hang on.
Wait, I think. Here, I've got it right here. I'm going to link you.
This is a mystery that needs solving.
I
completely
believe Nate has a history of stealing Nate's clothes.
I did not steal those shoes. Nate left them.
Let's not even get into it, Ben.
Nate left them behind, and I went home and I saw the shoes and I said, "Are these Nate's?" And Mom said Nate left them and said he didn't want them. And I was like, "Well, they're cool, so
Look,
I'll take."
Mom was misinformed. All right,
You're
Mom was and that's not my fault. Okay,
I'm
anyway.
looking. That's my shirt. That is my favorite shirt. I bought it in Poland. I remember.
Okay, all right.
It's not
Maybe
just
you're
his
right.
shirt. It's his favorite shirt. It's not just a shirt he has.
Yeah, that's
it's
his
favorite.
I remember buying it, and it was my favorite shirt ever since.
Okay,
I'll kill you for this.
Link in the description to give me back my shirt from Ben.
Start an Indiegogo for that.
Yeah.
Hey,
my goal.
Yeah, but
I've always had.
Tell us about it.
Like a dream, but not a dream in the sense that it's something I want to actively work towards, like, drawing and stuff like that. But it's one of those, like, side, like, nightmares that I have in my life that I hope I stumble into somehow, but they're not my primary, like, motivating goal in life, and just hopefully along the road to accomplishing my actual goals, I will somehow become it. I want to be a bear. I think
a big gay bear?
Yeah, a big gay bear. Unironically,
Nice.
that is my goal. I want to be.
You're honestly most of the way there already.
I know, dude. That's imagine me being like a daddy Barra. Like, it's so easy. I basically am already doing.
I already do that all the
DLC.
time.
Yeah.
You should be downloadable DLC for Dream Daddy. You should.
Oh my god, I really
one day.
should.
One
But
day.
it's actually true. Ego Raptor, if you're looking out, let me know.
All you need to do, Munchie, you probably don't need to change a thing about your life. You just need to start powerlifting and probably just eat more food. Eat more food.
Here's the thing.
Eat more protein.
The thing about getting fit and getting swole, like, okay, because I'm all about, like, simplicity. I'm all about, like, cut away needless complexity and just reduce it to, like, most basic principles. And I think that, like, something that everyone could internalize and would be better off for it is this idea that, like, okay, lifting does everything. Because like lifting, like like you said, making no changes in your life. If you just start lifting or lift more, well, like you can eat all the same shit, and like you will just like you will simultaneously lose fat and gain muscle due to like the calories being redirected in your body due to like the new strains you were putting on it. Like,
but Ben, after I exercise, I gotta get myself a little treat. Every time I lift. Gotta hit up Starbucks and get a couple of treats, if you know what I'm saying.
I mean,
that's just how I do.
Sure, whatever. And like, even if you do that, you'll still be better off if you're lifting.
I mean, you will be better off. That's
my
true.
My
That's
dream
true.
is to be a Barra dad. But I actually do have a real goal, and it's not to like become a fitness god, but all I want to do is just walk. I want to have a time in the day for like an hour where I just walk down my street.
Dude, you know who used to take spirited, portly walks? Benjamin Franklin.
Wait,
did he call them portly walks? Was it like his version of Winnie the Was it like his version of Winnie the Pooh's stoutness exercises?
Absolutely. That's exactly what it
with
was.
Benjamin Franklin, more like goutness exexercises.
He couldn't walk at all.
Too soon.
Give it a couple more centuries.
Father. But yeah, I just want to take more walks, and I want to be able to like go outside more. Because honestly, I think that's the most alluring thing about being fit is just feeling like you're not dying constantly.
Pokemon Go, dude. Pokemon Go.
I feel like I'm dying like maybe 32% of my life. I feel like I'm dying.
Wait.
That's not that
You feel
high.
like you're dying that much? What do you like? Because you feel really bad physically? Is that the idea? Okay.
All right,
Okay,
Munchie,
but-
I have the perfect remedy for you. I will teach you the secret to becoming fit. Are you ready?
Oh shit!
Is it law of attraction? I guarantee you it's law
Do you
of
have to?
attraction.
Is it punching trees with your hands?
Close.
Is it sitting under a waterfall?
No, let him say. I need to know the secret.
No, I don't even give a shit what the real answer is.
Oh, man. So, first off, you need to master the exercise that is a fit favorite. It's called the fork put down. And if you're able to do these for at least 15 repetitions for 3 sets, you're good. Second of all, start an Instagram account for yourself. And post your progress every single day.
Damn.
So that way, if you fail, it will live on forever in a government database long after you die. So that is the ultimate motivation to keep going. Third.
It's public ridicule.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, God. Well, third is just eat steroids. Lots of them.
That's for sure.
You will make it.
Slurp them up.
Yep. And that's it.
I'm just gonna have my daily Captain Crunch, and I'm just gonna pour some steroids on there for good measure.
Yo, but for real though, having people around to hold you accountable is like one of the best things you can have. That's why exercise groups.
Like with most things.
Yeah, it's totally true because it's so easy to just like even me, like I missed like 2 workouts this week, but I was like sick. But like the week before, I like missed a day of exercising on like Monday or something, and it's like well, like nobody's around. I can just go home and it won't be a problem. It'll be fine. And like if someone was there being like, time to go. All right, Nate, come on, let's fucking get to the gym. I'd be like, all right, here we go, and that would be a totally different atmosphere, and I would like definitely go because. Like the worst thing for me about like the thing that prevents me from like actually getting to the gym on days is that like when I'm at work and I've dicked around too much during the day that I have to stay late to like catch up on the shit I've done, and then it ends up getting late and I'm like, shit, I gotta get home and get to work, so I guess I'll skip the gym today. So the solution to me to make sure I never miss a day at the gym is to literally just have my life together and stick to my schedule so that I actually like fulfill all my commitments so I can get there and not fuck everything up. So I mean it's just kind of like a total life change thing for me. I don't want to like intimidate people away from it thinking like, oh, my whole life needs to change. I'm just saying that like for me that's kind of my biggest hurdle. Like I know what I'm doing now. I just got to actually fucking get there to do it.
I don't have no, you got something to say, you can say it.
Well, I was going to say, I know for a lot of people, like, if you've never done fitness before, you've never, like, gone to the gym, it can seem like it's intimidating. What's cool about fitness is that there's tons of things you can do and not be in a gym. Like, even just in your bedroom doing push-ups, planks, things like that. Just to build up basic strength if you're feeling a little too insecure to going to the gym. Like, there's still a lot of basic things you can do without ever stepping foot in the gym. So
and I know a lot of people. Oh yeah, go on.
Something that has always been a problem with me, not just in terms of fitness, but with everything, is this idea that like if it's not just so, then like fuck it. So like if I'm if I'm on like a routine, like if I'm on like a 3-day a week like lifting routine, and I get it, and a day comes and like I can't get to the gym. I'm not like, oh well, I'll do push-ups or cardio or something instead. I'm just like, I can't do the thing, then fuck it, it's ruined. It's like throw it all in the garbage.
That could be a big problem.
Yeah.
I've
like
tried...
the solution is either like get over that or just like make absolutely sure that your schedule never fucks up so that you don't fucking have this adverse reaction due to your psychological problems.
I've never had very much success regimenting like exercise for myself because of like one, I don't eat that much anyway, so I don't have like a weight loss problem. I'm a average weight and it's all fine. And also I don't really particularly care about getting swole. So like the only reason I would do exercise is because, well, it's better than not doing exercise. But it's always like,
it's true.
I tried it like a couple months. I tried getting up and having doing some cardio or something before breakfast, and it works a bit, but I keep falling out of favor with it. And I feel like if I'm ever going to do like a real fitness thing, it would just be because I'm like doing something else that I also want to do, like learning to play the drums properly. Like playing the drums is like that's a pretty good thing to do. So I feel like I'm not a fitness boy. I feel like I'm a health boy. I'm not a fitness boy. I feel like there's a difference between the two.
Well, that's fine. But, like, what about a goal like, and I don't know if you care about this, but, like, I would like to, before I die, run a marathon. That's a goal of mine. It's a long-term goal. And, I know people who've gone from couch to marathon in 6 months, so it shouldn't really take me that fucking long, but it's not a huge priority for me right now. But what about, like, cardiovascular strength? Like, being able to run for a long time? Like, that's something that doesn't take, super muscle guys.
I've always been pretty good at running. My favorite thing, like, my favorite physical thing to do is just climbing on rocks. Mm-hmm. I don't particularly like. Do
they call that bouldering in England?
They call that in America too. I when I worked at Astor Camp, I knew a bunch of guys that really liked bouldering, and in fact, I have with me right now a T-shirt from Boulder Fest 2000 I don't know, 13 or whatever. Yeah, they had.
Are you going to BoulderCon this year? Yeah,
it's just we all went up to like a local mountain and just like clambered around on some low rocks.
Yeah,
and they made T-shirts for it, and it was Boulder
Fest. Just a group of about 20 or so guys just walking up to a cliff and you just floundering and just trying to climb up some rocks.
Like one guy just like puts his feet on a rock face and kind of crab walks to the left across it for a ways, and if he gets a little high, people hold a mattress under him. And that's
just a couple of guys and some rocks. What could be better?
And that's bouldering.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'd like go and with a group of people and do something like that, but like I enjoy climbing and getting up high. So like climbing stairs, climbing up to the top of a big old rock, just being on a cliff, not jumping off though. These things like climbing a tree. I would climb a tree just because, but I wouldn't like regiment it. I don't think I'm built for that sort of weirdness.
Just like a gibbon,
so weird.
Like a monkey gibbon, That's what they do. They climb trees and they swing around, and that's it. That's all they do.
Pokemon Go, unironically, has been such an improvement on my life. When I was in Boston, I've easily walked probably more than I ever have in my entire life just to get fucking Rayquaza. That's all that I cared about during my time with it. I had to get as many Rayquaza as humanly possible. So I walked all fucking over town. I walked from fucking Faneuil Hall down to the fucking Prudential Center over and over again. One time I did it like 3 times in one fucking day. I walked back and forth just fucking constantly getting those fucking Pokemon.
Yeah,
it was great.
When Pokemon Go first started, and I was really into it. I was the same. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I really want to get out of the house and walk every day, so I did for months. Mm-hmm. And it was great, and I was catching Pokemon. But then, as Pokemon Go stopped being interesting to me for it was it got really cold, and I just didn't want to go out, and it was bad. I know, actually, I did go out quite a lot during the winter, but it just fell out of favor with me, and I also stopped wanting to go outside. And I was like, "Damn! I really hoped that Pokemon Go would just make me be normal at going outside and walking.
I need Pokemon so I can take care of my body. I need them."
But, yeah, I didn't want to rely on Pokemon Go because eventually it will stop being fun, and then I will stop walking, and it sucks.
Eventually the universe will burn out, but.
That I joined Pokemon Go when I did, rejoined it rather, is because I joined when raids were already an established thing, and raids are just fantastic. They are just fucking beautiful. For those who don't know, raids are when a Pokemon will spawn at a gym, and so you have to take it down together as a group, and you have to assemble a team, some sort of suicide squad, if you will, to take down the various Pokemon that arises. And so I'll just be walking. I'll walk 10 kilometers in one day trying to find Rayquaza eggs, and then I'll come across some colorful characters, if you will. In Boston, I just found the craziest fucking people you will ever find playing Pokemon Go. Not just nerds, but fathers and mothers and children and weird disabled people. I've already told the story about the guy who said that everyone in Pokemon loves the cock. And I just couldn't stop saying the phrase, yeah, this Pokemon loves the cock. He just loves it. It was this portly fat guy. That guy, I found people like that all the time. It was beautiful. I love meeting urban freaks. And Pokemon Go not only allows me to take care of my body, but also allows me to see freaks. And those are my two favorite pastimes, is being alive and seeing freaks.
I mean, getting the exercise thing is definitely good. Because, like, my fucking life is, like, in front of a computer, and then I go to the gym and, like, work out for a time and, you know, do some time on the treadmill. Then I come home and get back on the computer. And, like, I don't feel like it's really that good of a lifestyle. Like, I should probably do way more cardio or spend, like, any time outside. So something like Pokemon Go, it's just that brings me to walk for, like, 5 minutes outside is honestly a huge change of pace from what I, like, normally do in a day. And just that in itself, I think is really good, just to get some fucking sun, because I'm the palest motherfucker at the gym by far, and also just to, like, explore my environment a little bit. You know, that's always nice. Just to, I feel like such an internet denizen, such a citizen of the internet, and like I have very little grounding in my physical environment, if you know what I mean. And it's nice to have a reason to fucking check that shit out every once in a while.
I before Pokemon Go, and when I got back home, I started playing it a lot. But before that, I didn't really, like, know my area excruciatingly well. Like, I didn't really, like, know downtown San Diego that well. But after, like, playing Pokemon Go for the past couple weekends, like I've been doing, I feel like local in the place that I live. I feel like I know my way around the city, and it's just, like, sick. Culturally enriching, I would call it. Like, it feels good to be a part of the world and inhabit it. Community Day, I've gone to 2 now, or I guess 3, and they've all just been complete joys. Community Days it's a special day in Pokemon Go each month, where a special type of Pokemon spawns extremely commonly. And so I will go down to Balboa Park, which is this, like, beautiful section, like strip of, like, stores and, museums. And it's absolutely beautiful, and I'll go there, and there'll just be crowds and crowds of people, and it will just be fantastic to be able to see people there, and just walk around back and forth, catch Pokemon, and talk to weird freaks. Also, fun fact, shout out to Brianna, a fan that found me during the last Community Day. I was doing a raid, and then I turn around, and there's someone who's like, hey, are you Munchie? I love the procrastinators.
What the fuck do you know?
It was great. She found us through you, Nate, by the way. Through
like, my channel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like anime shit, I guess.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Anime shit.
Anime bullshit.
Yeah, shout out. Pokemon Go is the literal Bible. It is the Bible. It's the Quran in digital form.
Well, Pokemon Go is definitely great. It's definitely great. I don't know. Is there like anything else that is even close to like what Pokemon Go is in terms of like?
Of course, Nate. How could you forget Jurassic Park Alive, the most premier game to be releasing this summer? Jurassic World Alive. Go there, click the link in the description to see the promo trailer. Everyone, get ready for Jurassic World Alive.
Is it
the premier AR game on the planet.
Is it just Pokemon Go, but
yes,
Jurassic Park?
Yes, but with fucking dinosaurs.
But we've already got Charizard and, like, you know,
you don't have
Aerodactyl.
The fucking T-Rex from Jurassic Park, TM.
I mean, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong.
I'm gonna use some fucking screenshots of Jurassic Park Live right fucking now.
Well, all right. Pokemon Go is great and all, but I want to talk for a minute about the insane levels of fitness and dexterity I've achieved through my incredible MLG gamer skills. my finger dexterity is through the fucking roof. Those fucking Kingdom Hearts Final Mix bosses. They have definitely, but the T-Rex looks dope as fuck. It's looking excellent.
This looks quite goofy, actually.
Disgraceful. Yeah, he looks pretty funny. He looks very... He does have buck teeth. Okay, let's seriously talk about if video games have had any positive impact or negative, I
Hand-eye
guess.
coordination. Don't claim to be a musician unless you play video games.
I mean, I was gonna say that I feel like playing guitar does it better, but I also play a lot of video games, so who knows which one influenced the other.
John Lydon, fucking Jimi Hendrix, get the fuck out of here. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 2.
I mean, if we're talking about fitness and gaming, I can't believe we haven't mentioned the all-time great for fitness and video games, DDR.
DDR. Man,
there it is. There it is.
Didn't it used to like track your calories burned or something?
Yeah,
like,
it actually had like a workout mode in the game.
I used to do that. Nate, remember the good old days? Playing,
we were pretty damn good at DDR. We were pretty good. DDR Max 2. DDR Max 2.
There were a couple of songs. I'm trying to remember a couple of
a Breakdown.
Yeah,
Breakdown was my favorite.
Yeah.
And that's
one for Breakdown.
I've always loved the aesthetic of DDR, and I've always wanted to be one of those people that can just fucking go ham. To my knowledge, though,
I still could.
A video game that you wouldn't think maximizes fitness and turns you into a health god, but I've learned does, is VR chat. I've been recently listening to a lot of Radio Prozac. It's hosted by Jan Morikowski, actor of Parkour Dude 91. Spoiler. And one of the hosts he has, his name is Dewey. And Dewey is this guy who goes on VR chat every night and gets so wasted dancing and raving in the virtual world, meeting freaks and like communicating with like serial killers, that like sometimes he'll just like he'll pass out with the VR on after drinking so much, then just wake up and continue like raving all fucking day.
This is
and he is unironically lost like 5 pounds just straight up raving in VR. That's just all he fucking does. And communicate with like furries and like NatSoc members.
I mean, the cool thing about VR is it does make you move your physical body, which is cool. Yeah.
Hey, Ben, you've got an
good.
Oculus Rift.
I do, and
Ben,
it is a workout.
You were so close to getting me one too. You were so close.
I was a couple hundred more dollars, more dollars, and we could, next time.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
Rowdy Fuckers VR. Dude,
that'd be incredible.
Imagine playing Endless War in VR.
Oh, that's the next step.
Text-based.
Hey, can you play Minecraft in VR? Could you use the slime mod?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then fucking Lord of Ghosts slime mod.
Dude. Lord of Ghosts slime mod
VR.
in VR. Holy shit, yes, please.
I recently played with the texture pack you made, and but no, not you made. That one of the characters of Everett's Cock Killers,
yes.
Lord of Ghosts, is made. Not anyone here. And it's beautiful. It's simply beautiful. So wherever you are, Lord of Ghosts, thank you for the present.
And incidentally, we brought it back around to Minecraft. I told you they were intricately linked. This is one of the many connecting nodes that I've mapped out on my fucking red string chart. Yes. Excellent.
Let's talk about how school has ruined fitness forever, and it's made me think that running is evil.
Yes. I had a tweet a couple days ago, because I just had this thought about like how I'm sure a lot of people got turned off from taking care of their body fitness ways because the only way you could do fitness at school is competitive sport, and if you're not on the winning team, you feel like shit. And so conflating sports with fitness means that people who don't like playing tennis or football end up not trying to exercise.
It's also just the simple fact that it is a game. Like sports are a game that you play with like objectives outside of the fact of fitness. Being fit helps you play sports, but like you don't play sports to get fit, really.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I understand, I think, the idea behind it. They're like, we'll make it a game, it will be fun, because it's fun, we'll basically be tricking these kids into, like, being healthy and shit. Like, that's, like, the logic behind it. That's why, like, we play, like, dodgeball and shit when we're, fucking young or whatever, that's fucking banned now or whatever. But, like, yeah, like, we had health class, and we had, like, gym, and these were, like, totally separate. Gym was just play some semi-fit games, or, like, run around the track, like, once or twice.
Oh, my God.
And it was, like, it was embarrassing. It was, like, terrible, and I hated it. Of course, everybody hated it. And like, health class, I just learned nothing. It was, like, an elective. It was shit. It was an embarrassment. It was nothing. We need to fucking teach people about fucking, like, what the fuck is a calorie? Like, how do you... Okay, like, Fit was saying before about, like, the... Doing reps of his favorite exercise, the fork put down. The fork put down is a great exercise, but I've got one that I learned from my boy.
Is that a gardening thing?
No.
You're shoveling soil around, and then you put down the fork, you pick it back up, move some more soil. That'll get you fit.
I mean, that's true. That's true. But this is the exercise I'm thinking of. It's called the loaf turnover. And this works with a large variety of different instruments. It's like when you got a bread loaf, before you put that motherfucker in your face, you perform the loaf turnover, and you turn it over, and you look at the fucking nutrition facts label on the back of the goddamn thing before you eat it. And so many people don't even know that, like, everything you need to know, for the most part, like 99% of what you want to know about a food is just on the label. How many calories are in it? Like the grams of sugar that are in it. Like, and particularly with the loaf turnover specifically, like if you're eating like white bread, the thing is when you make bread, you use like only part of the grain to make like white bread, that gets removed. So that's just like the pure white fluffy stuff. But like whole wheat bread has way more like fiber and actual vitamins and stuff that's actually good for you, not just pure carbs. So you want to eat more of that shit. And like if you turn over and you look at the ingredients and you see it says 100% whole wheat, and it says 100% whole wheat in the ingredients and doesn't, give you any bullshit, then this is good. Like, this is what I should be putting in my body. Though, I mean, there's another case that, like, bread is just, like, you should just not even eat bread. But
the one thing about food and calorie counting that I always hate is that I don't care. I would rather, like... I would rather learn how to cook vegetables to make them tasty and then just eat that, because I know vegetables are just good, and you should just eat them.
I mean, there's different ways to approach it.
The simpler it is, the simpler the solution is, the more people will actually do it.
I feel the same way, Hippo.
That definitely makes sense. It's just like since I've been sort of in this world for a while now, like there's two ways to approach it. Scooby himself advocates for like simple substitutions to make it as easy as possible, because he knows like realistically that's what people who are just starting will be like willing to do. Like cut out soda, just start drinking water. Like someone could conceivably do that and like lose a bunch of weight and feel better about themselves.
Oh yeah.
But, like, I mean, it's tough, but people can do it. But, like, the real ultimate goal for everyone in the world ultimately should be to, like, gauge their BMI, know how many calories they need in a day, have a direct fitness goal, count their calories, count their macronutrients, and make sure they're doing all this stuff correctly every day, and, like, formulate their diet so that they're getting what they need for their goals, whatever those may be.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But that's a lot to ask of people, obviously.
I mean, some goals can be quite vague. You want to be, like, huge. You want to be a big, huge boy with...
More or less,
with big old muscles.
I don't
particularly care about having, like, a large mass. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'd rather be a compact lad. You punch me, but I'm made of steel, You want
what Michelle said... Michelle describes
dense.
as lean muscle. Lean muscle, she's always talking about. It's like, it's just like normal muscle, only 10 times as dense and powerful. She'll buy these, like, bullshit products.
It's so like... dense. Every single ligament has so many things.
Yeah, so many things going on in every fiber.
You're about to collapse into a black hole. You're so fucking dense.
I actually read this. I read this series called, it's like History's Strongest Warrior Kenichi or something. It's this manga. It got made into an anime.
I've seen that.
Yeah, like at the beginning of the series, it's about a guy who goes from like a normie. He starts doing like fitness, specifically to like learn karate, to like defend himself from some bullies or whatever. It escalates or whatever. But like at first he's just a normal guy and he wants to get ripped. And like the guys at this dojo he stumbles upon are like all huge and muscly. But like the guy who's training him is this like normal looking dude. But then, and so he's like following that guy's training regiment and he's not gaining any muscle. He's like, well, dude, what the fuck? I'm not like getting ripped. What the hell? But later on, like, turns out, like, that normal-looking guy, like, his shirt falls off, and you can see he's just, like, super tight, and his muscles are glistening. He just looks normal size. He's like, wait, what? And then Kenichi, like, looks at himself, and he's like, wait, my muscles are so dense. I've been developing lean muscle. And they describe, like, a different type of muscle that this guy has been cultivating that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Is this like slow twitch versus fast twitch muscle or something?
I don't really think...
That's a real thing, right? There's like something...
Maybe. I remember they described it as pink muscle.
Something about muscle confusion, some muscle confusion stuff.
Isn't that just some shit to like develop like more power when you're like? I mean, I guess it makes sense because like the whole point was
that's what the guys in 300 did. They all did like muscle confusion workouts to like trick
those
their
guys had
bodies
huge
into
muscles.
not being.
Well,
what the fuck is muscle confusion?
It's you do
comment.
different exercises all the time, so your body never gets used to.
But that's
the
just a way to
punishment you're
build a muscle
inflicting on
faster, I think.
I have to make my body disoriented. That's how I'm going to achieve.
I mean,
kind of,
yeah.
form.
But Fit, did you have a comment here?
Yeah, the easiest way to see the comparison is look at a sprinter versus a marathon runner. Like Usain Bolt is a sprinter, and he is huge. And then if you look at a marathon runner, most of their bodies actually look like shit aesthetically. There's a huge difference between muscles that are meant for endurance and then muscles that are meant for explosiveness. If you train your body for explosiveness, you're going to have more size. But if you're training for endurance, you're not going to have as much size, and it's not going to be as aesthetic.
Yeah, and when I play Dark Souls, I put all my points into endurance. So, like, I want to roll more.
But all I'm saying is that this Kenichi guy was training to be a fighter, so you want explosive power. He's not trying to be a marathon runner. So I'm just saying it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh, but I think later he does the other type of muscle. He has both. He's like
later
Ichigo.
on he gets huge. This is just like his first regiment where he develops his like first power base. I didn't read it that far, but I've kept up every once in a while. Yep.
One of my side nightmares that I hope I stumble into, which will help like accommodate me also becoming a bear, is I want to become a world-class chef and have 7 restaurants exactly. Which I think is extremely obtainable as a side career.
One of my 7 Koopa hotels.
Yeah. I just want to be able to like cook like real fucking food. And like not have to rely on like going to like I don't go to fast food ever really, but I don't want to have to become relying on like restaurants or anything. I just want to be able to like know my real shit, be able to like cook actual real like vegetable fried rice and real shit in the comfort of my own home. I think that's extremely desirable, and that would be really helpful in becoming like a health boy, but not like reliant on I have to like get shit. I can just make shit myself.
That's definitely a great thing to do. I've wanted to do that. I'm honestly just like too lazy to put in the time to do it. I've been ordering a lot from like Grubhub and stuff, and like I generally aim towards healthier meals. Like getting like grilled chicken instead of like fried and stuff and stuff along those lines. Just very simple stuff. And I take a lot of like protein powder and stuff throughout the day and some like creatine
I found
yeah.
Cooking is easiest to like get into the habit of knowing your way around a kitchen by doing your own breakfast when you're really sleepy, because you're so sleepy you can't decide, you can't think to yourself, fuck it. You're so sleepy you can't even do that. You're just sort of like, okay, put that there, crack an egg, smash. You're just sort of like, and then before you know it, something goes on a plate and you better eat it. And if it's bad, you better do it good next time.
So you're saying
I've been making a lot of breakfasts for myself. So it's quite good.
That's good. But by doing it when you're like sleepy, you just do it and you don't even have the energy to question yourself. You just go through the motions. Okay.
A lot of it too is that if you have food in your house that is readily available to eat like without preparation, you're more likely to eat that. So if you keep materials in your fridge that you have to prepare, you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to start cooking a lot more often. Like many
That's
times
a great point.
When I go shopping, I'll get like tons of eggs, tons of uncooked meats and stuff like that. And when I have that in the fridge, I'm more likely to cook than I am to like, eat a cookie or something like that.
Yeah, having like a bag of chips around is a dangerous game when you are trying to like get yourself into cooking more and get yourself focused on like you want to be in an environment surrounded by the kind of food you want to eat, because if that's all that's around, that's all you're going to eat. And as long as it's a totally great point.
And I'm going to rant a little bit here. One thing that is a huge contributor to obesity, especially in American society, is that a lot of people don't realize they're drinking their calories. Because it is, if you look at obesity cases, it is almost impossible to get that fat just eating food alone.
Yeah.
If you're drinking a lot of those calories...
drinking the calories is a thing that I realize that I was totally willing to give up drinking calories because like I don't mind the taste of like diet drinks. So like I know that they've got their own problems and their own health issues associated with them. But I never ever drink calories. I've switched entirely to diet soda. I think that people who think diet soda is gross are idiots, and I hate them. That's
Fair
all
point.
I have to say about that. Like, why? Why would you drink your calories?
Because they honestly, and this is not to be mean, it's just people just don't think about it. This is not like in their consciousness to like worry about what they're consuming. People need to be so much more conscious about what they put inside themselves, and like I really think that is the issue. We need from cradle to fucking grave. We need a complete revolution in like I don't know, like for if you live in like Greece or Japan or someone like Mediterranean or like coastal like oceanic places, like those guys don't have obesity problems because the food that's around is just like the Mediterranean diet is well known to be like one of the healthiest in the world, and then Japan itself, they eat a lot of fish, they eat rice but not that much, but they have a lot of like different things to choose from. It's just the environment they're in sort of enables them to just like make smart choices because that's just what's available. But in America, like what's been made available to us is just endless calories in every form you can imagine. Like the fast food stuff we've got, the kind of drinks we have, the huge, mega ultra gulps. Those are all the problem because, and they say like, well, a person just needs to choose. And make smart decisions. The problem just is that people didn't grow up knowing that they're gonna make these kind of mistakes and how to properly take care of their bodies. And like it's like a fucking adult gauntlet to go through learning how to eat right. Once you're like fucking 20, you start figuring that shit out. When like you're in danger of your metabolism starting to slow down, and then you start to get fat and shit. And a lot of people just never figure it out, and that's led to the world we're in right now. Yeah. It's fucked up. And we just need to. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, a huge part of it, too, is socioeconomic. A lot of the cheapest foods are some of the most unhealthy. And
that's a huge problem.
A lot of families in poverty and stuff, like, if they're only feeding their kids, like, really cheaply made food, and, there's a reason why child obesity is a problem. It's because these kids are being fed by their parents, and it's shit food.
Mm-hmm. You know what's weird is that a lot of the time, I find that, like, ready meals and easy to, really cheap shit is not actually as cheap as just buying a thing of rice and some kidney beans or whatever and making, like, a curry.
That's
like,
true.
It can feed you for so much more,
the
for
problem
so much
is,
less,
though,
but nobody really knows because they're like, I don't know how to put it together.
Exactly. That's exactly.
That's
People are just ignorant on it. Yep. So they just aren't, like, if you buy, like, a huge bag of rice that you'll just, like, scoop out of for a month, I guarantee that will be, like, a million times cheaper than, like, buying fast food every day or whatever. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it.
There's one thing that I've learned, and I don't know, I kind of take it for granted that my parents have so many nice glasses that are made of glass, but, like, I drink water all the time, and I'm not really a soda boy. And I think it's because I don't drink out of plastic cups. Plastic makes water taste like shit. If you have, like, glasses that you drink water out of, it actually tastes better. It tastes juicy. I would encourage people to drink water out of glasses, even tap water.
All right.
So something about the lip touchery is, like, it makes it nicer to drink, and you will drink more water if you have nice glasses.
Substituting water for just whatever the fuck people are drinking right now would just do so much to help this issue. That would be great. I drink mostly water these days, and then just water mixed with like protein powder and shit.
What this goes back to is my famous, legendary vlog, Watery Advice.
Indeed.
You keep bringing that up.
Because it's the most influential thing ever created. And it's inspired a generation.
It's just a brain blast, but you filmed it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Right.
It's just a brain blast I had where it's like showering feels really good, and that's how I feel about like eating well and like working out and stuff. Is that like you don't want to do it because like in the moment while you're doing it, it might not like feel like incredible, but afterward, and even a lot of the times during it, it will feel great. I know whenever I take a walk and I do good health stuff and I cook my own meal and stuff, it feels empowering and it feels like I've done it. I've reached godly status and I've walked a mile and I've done it. I've defeated health.
That's exactly right, Munchie.
It's so like a lot of people will be turned off by it, but like you really have to like push through it. And once you're done with it, I guarantee it will be worth it, and you will feel like you've accomplished something.
There is one concept that separates us from the animals, and I've said it before, but it is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is the entire reason why humans have gotten to the place we're at right now, because we were willing to put in effort in the short term to get greater results in the long term. That's how we started farming way back in the day. Yeah, go on.
It's not even like directly like, yes, like I've done this, hard thing, but I will be rewarded later because I will be thinner. It just
I will wait. I will be rewarded by the Lord of Light. There we go, everyone.
Hey.
Yeah,
I did it.
Nice.
I did it.
Good.
Game of Thrones.
It's just like almost immediately after eating good food, especially stuff like broccoli. It feels good. Broccoli tastes like you're a good person.
That's true. It does. But I don't even mean long term, as in like in a year you'll feel better. I mean that like when you're in the planning stages of like, what am I gonna eat? I've got some food in my fridge I could cook, or I could order IHOP pancakes and have them delivered here. I got these two choices, and like the easy way is to just like order that shit. But we all know the right answer. Incidentally, I ordered pancakes from IHOP, not yesterday, but the day before.
That's just
because
barbaric. Like, it's not even about
it is barbaric.
It's not even a health thing. It's just like it's like an IHOP pancake. Why are you doing this to yourself?
My pitiful excuse that I would never accept from anyone was just that I felt sick and wanted pancakes. That's my excuse.
It's fucking
people need
IHOP
chicken.
is like the worst.
I did get chicken fried steak. I got chicken fried steak with southern gravy. That was nice.
No, you need a chicken broth. You need a soups.
You're right.
Oh my god.
Right.
Okay, this is slightly off topic, but it's related to Pokemon Go. One of my rituals, after playing the game every Sunday, is I'll go to this like local ramen place, and ramen has quickly become like my favorite food.
Ramen is the best food.
Delightful.
It's so good.
Not like top ramen shit, which I do in fact love, but like
Obviously
going to like
not.
a real place.
Yeah, you get that fucking half an egg just floating in there, and the Naruto in there and shit.
For the month of
Hell
May,
yeah!
There was like a specialty ramen that it was like Mexican ramen that had like carnitas and stuff in it, and like chives and stuff, and it was spicy, delicious. Fucking ramen, 10 out of 10. Eat it every day.
And ramen does have a pretty high density of calories, what with the noodles and all. But you get a lot of good shit in there as well.
Well, not if you eat that ramen from The World Ends With You, where they just put an entire steak on top of it.
That's an entire what?
Remember World Ends With You? There was that there was the mom and pop ramen shop, and then there was like the big trendy chain ramen place, and like they went to check out the big trendy chain that was putting the mom and pop. Try saying mom and pop ramen shop 5 times fast. And they were like, holy shit, they just put an entire steak on top of the ramen bowl.
A steak. A steak. Yeah, that's right.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking dope. I can see why mom and pop are obsolete.
Frankly, out with the old and with the new.
Excellent. All right, guys, let's veer towards our conclusion here. We've been going for about an hour. What are the important messages we want people to take away from our little discussion here?
Walk outside, you'll be happy. Like, you will be happy, I guarantee you. Walk to, like, your local, like, church. Go and pray like a good Christian man should.
I would say take a walk. Good. If you're listening to this and you're not a fit boy and you want to be a fit boy, take a walk today.
You know fucking what?
Today.
Okay, new fucking hashtag PCP Fit Life. Whenever there's a new episode of the PCP, you want to be a Ubermensch, listen to the PCP while taking a walk or going to the gym and take a selfie, and I will retweet you from the PCP account on Twitter. The PCP will retweet you if you take like a selfie and you're in the gym while watching to the latest PCP. Take this journey with us.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's do. Yeah, we'll do that. Hashtag PCP Fit Life. Was that it, or was it Fitness Life?
We can come up with something more catchy, probably.
Hashtag PCP Fit Life. Fucking send us that shit, and we will look at it and we'll retweet it from the Twitter.
PCP.
There you go.
PCP
Fit.
Carb.
Oh Christ! We're making this hard. I don't understand anything. Delete it.
something like that. Do it. Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have a final resting place they want?
I do.
Yeah.
Basically, the nice part about fitness is that it makes you better at everything. Literally everything. Thinking, moving around, lifting up household objects, going from point A to point B. It's one of those things where it's like there's no logical reason not to do it. Unless you're trying to get the world record for world's fattest man. Other than that, though, like, it's one of those things where even if you're not an athlete, it's still important to maintain a basic level. Like, because it just, like I said, it makes you better at everything. So why not do it?
That's actually true. Just like there have been times in my life where I've been like somewhat normal and not the monster that stands before you today, and it just like feels better to be alive. It feels like it's like after like I do something healthy, it just feels good to just sit back down at your computer and just breathe in that good air with your good Spartan lungs.
I often think about it like this. Like, think about the human beings that we are descended from. They were out fucking running around every single day, and if you're literally just sitting in front of a computer every day, you're probably doing something wrong. You're not doing what your body requires to operate at maximum capacity. So don't think fitness is not an option. Fitness is not an optional thing that you can maybe do if you want to get super ripped. Everyone should exercise in some capacity. You should do it every single day. Even I don't do it every single day, but we all should do it every day. That is the ideal, and that is what we should all be shooting to be doing. And if you're not,
I think,
you're fucking up a little bit. You're fucking up.
I think if people have like a difficulty, just try and add on, try and do something that you wanted to do that just so happens to be physical. Like if you want to get better, you want to level up Pokemon Go, you can go for more walks. That's a very easy one. If you have a dog, you can walk the dog and do. That's exercise in itself. If you want, you could do an instrument or playing the drums will get you a lot of movement. Just pick a hobby that is like collaterally exercising you. If you can't bear the thought of just going and doing it by itself.
I know this advice might seem somewhat shallow, especially coming from me, because obviously I'm preaching and not doing. But I genuinely do like have a lot of respect for people who do fitness, because it is just a real good, and it's a massive undertaking to do it consistently and become a fitness ubermensch, and it's really inspiring and great. I'm not going to change anything in my life basically, but good. It's good.
Well,
it's
not important to be an ubermensch. It's enough. Because that was the thing with the whole competitive nature of school is if you're not the most fit, then what are you even doing? It's not important to be the biggest boy. It's just important to be not a piece of shit.
Exactly right.
Also, one more thing I want to add is that a lot of people, they don't want to change their diet or their exercise because they want to wait until it's like a convenient time in their lives to do it. But there is never a convenient time.
You are dying right now.
That's a good point.
The first best time to get started was yesterday, but the second best time is right now.
Yeah, that is the most important thing. Begin immediately. Just like I say in my Mia Math of a shit, it's like if you're inspired by something, if you realize there's something you should have been doing all along, the time to start is immediately. Not tomorrow, not the next day. Just in whatever capacity you can. Begin looking into it. Take that walk. Take that walk
right now.
Just start shifting your mindset.
Don't wait for the end of the episode. Go right now. Get your fucking car. Or no, not even your car.
Going.
Put on your boat.
There goes
fucking
Skip.
do it.
And then,
listen to this while you walk, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, listen.
You'll probably be listening for a half an hour. You'll take a half an hour walk, probably, if you listen to the end of this, or give or take, and you'll be so happy that you did. I guarantee it.
While we answer our fucking pity questions and our PCP patron line questions, right? Are we wrapping up? Are we headed in that direction?
I think we're wrapping up.
I think so.
Fitness is good. You are a god. Hashtag PCP Fit Life.
That's the one. Hashtag PCP Fit Life. Send us pictures. Update us on your shit. We will retweet them.
Also, send us suggestions for better names. We will come up with a better name next week.
I think that was pretty good. But whatever. Okay,
I
fair
think
enough.
It'll work.
Fair enough.
If it sticks, then it'll stick.
All right, let's see what we got here. Questions from the Twitter. Hashtag AskPCP.
I'll get some
pity
good ones from
questions. Okay, let me see what we got here.
Good question seems like an oxymoron.
Yeah, well, I mean, fair enough. Okay, here we go. At Chemotherapy asks, do you think that all criticism needs to be somewhat constructive to have any value or merit?
No.
No?
It depends on what they mean by constructive. If they mean nice, then of course not. But if they mean like there's like you. When I hear constructive, I just mean you can get something out of it.
I don't think like criticism. Okay, constructive criticism is valuable to the creator theoretically. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it needs to be valuable to the creator to be worth saying or worthwhile.
I agree.
I think most criticism is constructive. Like the only thing that would be like unconstructive is like somebody complaining about something that isn't even true.
Basically.
But even that is like, well, they clearly had a misinterpretation. It's maybe not as clear as you thought it was. But that's a problem.
What if I am watching one of your Dark Souls streams and I see you make a mistake and I have a thought. It's like, well, okay, you should probably improve your skills. And just for shorthand, I say that you should probably just get good. That would be a positive change. What do you
What if I'm waiting? I'm clicking F5. I'm refreshing day in day out, just waiting on the Hypocrite channel for that fabled video series to finally release that you promised. You promised the viewers for months now.
It's too late. We believe
that
you promised
Rayman 2 to finally grace our presence. It's been long enough. I'm dying. I need it. I need Rayman 2.
Most comments that are criticizing, they have like, I mean, people want to sound like the smart guy, so they will make an explanation of like, this is what I don't like about this, even if they're completely wrong and they just misinterpreted it. That's still like, I mean, you can never be perfect. You can never communicate, as we know that language doesn't work. You can never communicate perfectly to everybody, so people will always miss certain things. Mm-hmm. But there's always some way to improve the ability to explain what your point is in a way that less people will get confused. So I think most criticism is constructive in that way.
I feel like, okay, criticism can come in a lot of ways. I feel like if you are leaving a comment on a video, on YouTube, for example, to be practical, I feel like I don't know if I want to use the word owe it, but I feel like you should probably have some sort of constructive criticism in the sense that you at least, like, tell the person why something's bad. I feel like an example of, like, a comment that's not good is "you suck, die," but a comment that could be great is "you suck, die, that toupee looks fake."
Well, you know what? I actually kind of want to
explaining why you should die.
I kind of want to go back on that a little because I consider myself a super charitable person in terms of like what other people say. If someone comments on a video of mine, "you suck, die," I mean, of course, I'll probably be just like, oh, my feelings. But beyond that, I'll think like, okay, why did this person say that? Mm-hmm. And most likely, I probably put something in a video that was like controversial or whatnot. So you can look at it and just be like, well, okay, this person is just expressing negativity. They're not being specific. But we know that they said that for some reason. Unless they're like a pure troll.
I want to know.
But if we can just like, if everyone's giving you shit for like one thing you did wrong in a video, let's say, and you're aware that it could have been like a hot button issue, and you get a comment like that, then you could possibly charitably interpret that to be like, here is yet another voice criticizing me for doing this thing.
Well, you have to understand the context of the wider thing. But I think people do owe it to themselves to explain themselves, because if they don't explain themselves, there's a chance that the person they're talking to will never understand what the problem was.
Very true.
And I'm not asking for a lot here. I don't want to, like, here's what you did wrong, here's how it can be better, like, listen to my essay. Just, like, any indication of why I suck and should die is good enough. Just, like, tell me why a video
all right.
People can't read minds. Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes people have a criticism that's like, I don't know, like Fit here has gotten criticism for just like, people just straight up
and making videos.
Yeah. I mean, just as one example, not that I agree, of course, but people have like criticized you for like exposing 2B2T to like the normos, and that, so they're kind of just criticizing you on a fundamental concept of like what you're doing, but there's just a straight up disagreement on how, like, of course, your big video about how, your big exposing. So I forget the name of the guy who owns the server, whatever.
House Master.
Yeah, that one.
That was
that
so
video.
cool.
That was an intense fucking video.
Incredible.
I loved it. But like, so your stuff like saved the server by just bringing attention to it. So of course, if you were one of those like 5 people who was like playing 2B2T back in those days, and like you were like, yay, my secret club. I love having like one other person online sometimes. And of course, now things have changed. Like, oh, look at these fucking, noobs all showing up. I could get why they wouldn't like that. But you just have a fundamental different approach. You're trying to, like, resuscitate a community here. So that's a very fundamental disagreement in, like, intentions here. So, like, that criticism could be very, like, honest. They could say it in a helpful way. But if you just fundamentally disagree on the premise of their criticism, then, like, frankly, there's not a lot to take from it other than, there are people who have a dissenting opinion on this thing.
Absolutely. And a lot of times, too, like, when there is a criticism in that regard, like, oh, you're exposing our server to the masses, like, I understand their genuine concern. Like, they wanted their secret little club, I totally get it. So it's like, I sympathize with your situation, but sadly, I disagree with you. That's
Indeed.
what it comes down to.
What a great question. This was actually really nice. Thank you, Trevor.
Froggy Sleuth, a.k.a. at Chemotherapy. Nice job. Nice job. The other ones are all bad.
Yeah. All right,
wait! I forgot. At Neverpaint, what's your favorite type of dinosaur? Not bad. Not bad.
The ones from Jurassic Park alive!
TM Jurassic Park, trademarked. That's the end. Moving on.
My favorite investigator.
Yes.
He
is
is
brother
descended
to
from
dinosaurs.
He is descended.
Okay, let's go to the...
Alligators represent.
Hey, everybody. Patreon.com
like $1, I think.
Patreon.com/The Procrastinators. Get yourself into the questions bar on our Discord server, so we'll actually read your question. So it's not a pity question, a mere pity question. Let's see what we got. You got any picked out, peeps?
I'm still looking. A lot of them are either like essays or like, what's your favorite anime tier? Okay. Here's an example of what we're getting here from Zan. What is your favorite healthy fat? Like, there's so like healthy fat. What does that mean?
One. I got one.
You gotta get those omega-6s.
Yeah, well, so fats are broken into a couple different kinds. There are saturated fats and there are unsaturated fats. Then you've got polyunsaturated fats and you've got monounsaturated fats.
You want the
polyunsaturated fats are, statistically speaking, the most quote-unquote healthy, because what makes it a polyunsaturated is that, so the way that a triglyceride, which is what a fat molecule is, the way it works is that it's got this string of, like, I think they're carbon atoms with lots of, like, hydrogens attached to the carbons off the side. And what makes it a saturated molecule is that when every possible link that has a hydrogen attached to those carbon atoms is there, it is saturated. That it's got as much mass as possible, but you can have a covalent double bond between carbon atoms that use up some of those possible links that could otherwise be attached to hydrogen atoms. And so when you have, like, if you have that same molecule that just has lost a bunch of those hydrogens and you have, like, connections between those carbon atoms, then it just has less mass because a lot of those hydrogen atoms are just missing. And so it's like a lighter molecule than you'd otherwise have. So if you have a monounsaturated, that means a single hydrogen is missing, which means it's a little bit lighter. But if you have a polyunsaturated triglyceride, that is a fat molecule that is missing at least 2 and probably more hydrogen atoms. Therefore, it's less. And the good thing about those is those can absorb wayward hydrogen atoms in your digestive system, which actually is a helpful, healthy, like, cleansing mechanism, because those extra hydrogen atoms hanging out in your gut can be negative for health, and they can, like, cause cancer and, like, can fuck up shit. But I'm gonna go with polyunsaturated triglycerides.
It's all about those omega-6s. It's all about them fish oil pills. It's all about those fish burgers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
By the
saying?
way, an omega-6, what an omega-6 means, if I remember correctly, is the omega refers to, like, a particular, like, end of the one of the molecules on the triglyceride, and the 6, like, is the number, like, from that end. So if I remember correctly, I think an omega-6 means, like, from the omega end of one of the strands of the carbon atoms, like, 6 down, there is a missing carbon atom there, and that's why, like, it counts up to that, and, like, that's, like, good or something. It's something along those lines. It's about which, like, hydrogen atom's missing, and it's healthier. So there you go. And that's why they're good, because they clean up stray hydrogen atoms in your body.
Gupple from the Patreon Lounge asks, are there any foods that are objectively horrible and should be avoided at all costs? Soda, obviously, is one.
Soda is a big one. Soda's a big one. What else is there? I've actually been struggling because my favorite thing to consume in this world is orange juice.
Yeah.
Orange juice, yeah. The thing is, orange juice is terrifically calorie dense. And it's...
Isn't it good for digestion?
I mean,
isn't there fiber in it?
Well, it depends on your goals. Actually, the thing about orange juice is that you miss out on tons of fiber that you would have gotten if you just eaten an orange. So,
well, true.
They always say that when it comes to vegetables, drink your vegetables, eat your fruits is the common thing they say. Because drinking fruit juice has a lot of calories and will, make you fat. Whereas drinking vegetables have way less calories, and you get all the vitamins and stuff from a vegetable by drinking it. So, feel free to drink your vegetables and eat your fruits, everybody.
Yeah. Plus,
so I've been cutting it down. Yeah. Go on.
I was gonna say orange juice. It has so much sugar in it, and a lot of people think that it's a natural sugar, so it's okay for me. Well,
nah, guys. I mean, sugar comes from sugar cane. It's natural. Ben, you've been typing this entire fucking episode.
Oh, shit.
What the hell are you typing?
You guys can hear that?
I've been hearing it the whole goddamn
astronauts
episode.
on the space station are gonna hear that fucking keyboard, Ben.
Yeah. All right. We'll edit that out later.
Well, I should say so. All right, great. Except for this one to make the joke work.
Chip Wiseman from the Patreon Lounge.
Yeah, what do you got?
This is something I'm extremely interested in. Best workout mix.
Like
vaporwave.
Music?
Yeah, music.
No, you can't. Not vaporwave.
Anything
you need something
vaporwave.
to pump you up. For me, it's various anime openings that get me hyped, and that's pretty much what it is.
S-Cascade is mine.
But that's when it all comes tumbling down.
Whenever I take off or land on an airplane, I always time it so that I like the little intro do 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 starts in Cascade. I always try and time everything in my life to be in line with Cascade and Descent.
He only travels on 413.
I'm a big fan of Sabaton while hitting my dick with a hammer because it builds manliness.
That's gonna release so much testosterone into your system by doing that. Yeah, that's
I know.
We've been beating around the bush. Steroids, don't bother. Just hit your dick with a hammer. You're really cutting out the middleman.
You need a gel. You need a fucking gel.
There's no activity more beneficial to muscle gain than jelking. That's for sure.
Dude,
it's the only muscle that matters.
That's that's my resolution.
To jelk hardcore, yeah.
To jelk so hard that I elevate off the floor 30 feet. it's gonna be like I'm gonna pull up, and it's gonna be such gravity with my hand that I'm going to jump up without having to move any of my muscles.
Next to the Olympic clean and jerk is the equally renowned Olympic jelk.
Incredible.
Oh, excellent. Hey, Yellow Poon asks, have you guys seen Pain and Gain? If so, then how do you feel about the workout/gym bro culture presented in movies? Now, so Pain and Gain is like a musclehead kind of movie. Those guys become murderers and go off the fucking rails. So this is a bit of an extreme example, but
a little bit.
Everything was great about Pain and Gain until they started murdering people. Things were going really
I don't know
well.
about that.
I mean,
I think it improved.
Okay, fair enough. But there's a spirit of camaraderie, of brotherhood that's nice with gym buddies and whatnot, and I can appreciate that.
A spirit of unity and solidarity, in pre-World War II Germany. Everyone was really getting on board.
Yeah, we were weeding out the weak and preserving the strong.
We
Nate says. I did some time in Venezuela. I moved here recently. I don't know. Gym bro culture is kind of stereotypicalized and gets a bad rap. But I don't know. Like, there's a lot of quote-unquote gym bros, like, at the gym I go to, but they're just, like, nice guys who, like, work normal blue-collar jobs and then love working out and hanging out with each other. And, like, this is, like, the demon of gym bro culture. Yeah. Like, guys having goals, achieving them, and feeling good about themselves. Oh, no, what a nightmare.
It's just because a lot of movie directors are fucking nerds.
Yeah, they're a bunch of fucking 98-pound soaking wet, twink-ass Hollywood directors.
It's definitely true.
That's right. That's right.
And so they're like, fucking Chad stole Veronica from me in 6th grade. I have
Steven Spielberg really needs to hit the gym. Steven Spielberg really needs
smashes
to up his
the puss? You know who gets all the girls and lifts 5,000 pounds a day? My hero, Sam Hyde. And just like him, I persevere on my path towards greatness. That's right. All right. I think we're pretty good on questions, though there is one other section I wanted to do, which was our fan art appreciation section that we're making a thing.
Is this new?
We're doing now.
This is a new thing. That's right. It's a new thing. Now this will be brief. There's not a lot to go through, but there's some good stuff.
Keep this brief. I don't want the.
Yeah, we don't.
I love it.
I can't believe the PCP is ripping off Rare Fergus Cop Killers by having fan art.
Yeah,
I know.
And that's looking at
very
it of
fair.
all things.
Yeah.
Now here's a great one. I love this. This comes from our boy Dino Spinach. Now let me post this in the chat here. Take a look at this masterpiece. This is a color palette, a color profile selector.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This has been like a common rebuttal to me and Ben's, talking in the Red Fergus Cop Killers episode about PCP colors. And this approach of 2 colors makes no sense to me.
No, it's genius. No, what are you talking about?
It makes perfect sense.
It
makes
I think the 2 colors.
The Rowdy Fucker's house is divided, therefore it's invalidated.
Okay,
I think the 2 colors.
This is great, and I like it because mine is the best, and that's all there is to it.
You look like a delicious black and white cookie.
I guess my one problem is that Hippo and Davu are too similar.
I think the concept of having 2 colors is okay. I just think most of these choices are kind of bad, especially mine, which looks like shit.
Look at mine.
I guess.
What sense?
Mine? I think this person took the like yours only makes sense with that avatar, which a couple of these I wouldn't fully agree with. Like,
I love mine. I
I think that yours is. I would give you more of a purple.
The entire point.
I don't like your
colors
because your color scheme there is the Rowdy Fuckers color scheme.
Well, Munchie, we're talking primary and secondary color. So everyone has their primary color, and then there's also a secondary color.
What will be used for?
I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever you wish, whatever you please.
For Mumbledy Pig,
I don't understand.
Why? What is not? That's hard to understand.
I don't. There's no point to me. There's no point.
There's no point to you.
Why don't we actually do our buddy Dino Spinach the courtesy of reading his text that he provided with this as a sort of guide. So it's a couple of sentences. Here we go. So I thought about this during the Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy episode, but I got motivated to make this after the Free Speech podcast, if for no other reason than it forced me to work on something art related. Okay, blah blah. Who cares? Let's get back to us. Let's keep it on focus here. I feel like giving each member a dual color profile makes it easier to use similar colors that are shared by PCB members. It's magenta-ish colors for Digi and Mage, cyan turquoisey colors for Davu and Hippo, as well as being more visually cohesive for members that have more than one color typically associated with them, like Ben's black and white. Also, it makes it easy to come up with simplified avatars if need be, if the PCB wants to streamline the aesthetics of the podcast screen. These are good reasons. These are good thoughts.
I like Ben's, I like Digi's and Mage's. Tom's is a bit... I don't know.
Tom's is interesting.
Aesthetically,
that blue is exactly the same as Davu's blue.
Aesthetically, Tom's is a little.
It's true. It's true, actually.
Weak. I mean,
mine isn't cool. It's not the right type of.
Yeah,
this is the real shit.
I don't like your.
Okay, I love how this is the fan art appreciation, and we are shitting on that.
Well, this is like a business decision. We're talking about the real shit.
It's.
I really give this the I think like this dual color system, even if we don't like the specific colors offered, is a good idea.
I do.
Secondary color.
I like it.
I will die on this hill. I will fucking die on this hill.
Right.
I absolutely oppose this
maybe
colors.
I'm biased because as the black and white guy, I am kind of, I need to. One doesn't do it for me.
Sure.
But I think it makes sense for everyone else, I mean,
we need unity. We can't have this
miasma
of colors.
Munchie, do you
Digi
think
can be magenta or he can be purple willy-nilly? No, we need the hard facts. We need one.
Well, the one is the primary.
All right.
The one is the one should be the primary.
Then why even
color.
have the secondary if it doesn't matter at all? No, just play just the primary. Then why even have
just
it?
to further differentiate, because there's not that many colors on the wheel.
We need to have them be separate enough so they don't need a secondary.
Munchie,
That's the whole point of it, so they can stand alone.
Do you think that this is like a mealy mouth kind of like limp-wristed compromise that is not too much of a compromise to even be worth doing?
I think it's too much of a compromise, and I think that we're not paying attention to what really matters, and that's what's giving. Like, the reason we're talking about this is because every person needs to be defined by one color that makes them stand out.
Well, primary colors and secondary little.
But then
baby,
why even have the
colors.
secondaries if they just complicate things further?
Oh, just for clarity, to help when necessary.
No,
okay, you know
there can be no help. That's cheating. That is fucking cheating. We didn't have one color. That's the point. Is if we have one color that makes it so that you can easily identify them from a glance. You can't have a fucking magnifying glass finding the
primary colors
in each fucking drawing of Nate. You can't have that.
All right, here's the thing. There will be like the most like good-looking collection of all the colors if everyone is together. But I think the point of having a secondary color is if like two of them, when they're just alone, like two people using their primary color, the primary and color of both people is too similar, so one of them can use their secondary color. And I guess that's the point. But I still feel like I feel like I'm agreeing more with Munchie.
This color debate
so inconsistent. Say if you're with fucking I don't know like Devu and like Hippo are there.
Yeah,
it's still gonna and then on the next one on the fucking next one it's Devu and I don't know someone else. You're not gonna have that consistency that you need. That the entire point of this is to have consistency and have one person be represented in color all the time. They needs to be consistent.
Okay, we don't need to settle this right now. Dino Spinach, great job.
Yeah,
great. We love
We
it.
all are
fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's
if you see below that, if you see below that, that's the colors that I want. Digi is still. I'm still not happy with Digi, but this is generally. I think this is the way the wind's blowing. I think this is what we need to have.
Okay. So here's the next little art that we're going to be appreciating. Oh, let me get that. This is by Cappy. And it's a little alley-oop with some snakes. It's nice. I mean, some of these are just specific to like individual guys, but whatever, it's fine. It's in the chat.
This person doesn't know what I was doing, and I was streaming, and they saw this. I was drawing this of part of my webcomic that is currently ongoing. This is alley-oop throwing some snakes.
Oh, she's throwing them. I thought she was doing like a cool like hand across face like pose as they attack.
I thought they were I thought they were coming out from behind her like Dr. Octopus arms. You know?
Yeah, me too. All right, well, whatever.
It's pretty cool.
I like the style here.
Yeah, looks good.
Now there's a bunch from our boy Miles Seawind. Let me link these. You guys will enjoy these, I am sure. Okay, there we go. Oh no. And let me get the others here.
When are these like from the last week?
These were made. These were posted in the last week.
Digi's looking very rowdy fuckers right now.
He's looking really normal in this. He's looking like really like
Digi's got the Cal Arts mouth. I noticed.
Munchy with the cotton candy hair. I like that.
Yeah, I do like that. That's a good aesthetic.
God, can you like imagine if I was a faggot, aka now, and I had like thick rimmed glasses and like candy hair, and I had the Kellogg's art style in real life,
and like you had like one side of your head was shaved, and like I can imagine it.
That's dope. These are excellent.
What if Munchie was in Steven Universe?
What would that look like?
There it is.
Nobody knows. Okay.
Now, I checked on Twitter. There weren't any submissions with the hashtag. It was PCP fan art or hashtag PCP art. I'll check either one. Didn't see any there. So we're getting this thing off the ground. This is going to be edited in. You're going to see these images. We're just getting started with this shit. So keep doing them. Keep sending them, and we'll fucking put them on the screen. And if you're in the fucking the Discord group, post them right in the goddamn. Whatever it's called, like the fan art warehouse. Fan art warehouse. Post them there, and that'll be a nice, easy place to have everything there for the patrons. But if you don't got that, use Twitter. Hashtag PCB fan art. Hashtag PCB art. So beyond that, the only other thing to talk about is there's the whole music theme contest. But the only thing is we've only still got one entrant right now. So I'm feeling like we just hold off and say, as you can see, people, the machinery is underway. Send us more goddamn hashtag PCP theme shit. We need that goddamn stuff to listen to. We've only gotten one submission so far. It's from I think it was from
AJ Shoup, I believe.
AJ Shoup, of course it was AJ Shoup.
Our boy.
I haven't heard it, but he's good. I want to listen to that.
We will listen to it on the show, guaranteed. Maybe if we don't hear anything by next week, if nobody else submits something, then we just gotta give this its crack on the show. He's been waiting. He's been waiting.
Yeah.
I want to show a couple at once, just so people would have the spectrum. So get off your fucking lazy asses, people. Make some PCP themes already.
Make us stuff for free.
Make us stuff for free. What are you doing? What are you doing? Be like AJ Shoup. He's your role model here. But for now, all right, that's it, everybody. That will close the book on this fan appreciation segment of the show. Well, that's it, I guess. We've done it. Hey, PCP money. Patreon.com/theprocrastinators. $1, you're in the chat. $5, you get all the bonus episodes. I think that might be 14 right now, maybe 15. I forget the number. That's so much shit.
The PCP is going to get to the point where it's 1 hour of topic and then 2 hours of selling out, begging for money, and self-reflection and fan jerking off.
I pray for that day every.
I mean, that's the goal.
That is the goal. That's definitely the goal.
Everything else is just an excuse to do that.
Yeah, without a doubt. At TPCrastinators on Twitter. Follow us for shit. Hey, and by the way, you're welcome for dragging this episode out so that you've had enough time to take your long half-an-hour walk, my fit friends. Hope you didn't forget to do that shit. Now's your time to feel bad.
I hope you enjoyed us talking about fan art while you were walking with your phone in your pocket, not able to see any of what we were talking about.
Well, that's a personal problem. All right, I guess we're done, everybody. Hey, Fit, thanks for being here, buddy.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said,
it was
the
glorious.
greatest crossover of all time. Of all time.
No doubt. No doubt.
Most
Gabe, were you saying
ambitious
something?
crossover of all time.
Fitness and Minecraft crossed with drugs. Hardcore drug use. Gib, were you saying something?
Well, I was asking if you want to plug anything.
Oh, yeah.
Plug your channel.
Speaking of progressing your fitness journey and having it be a colossal failure in a government database, follow my Instagram, FitMC Sippy Cup. Do it.
That's a guy. I should do that,
what's
dude.
What's the origin of that name, Sippy Cup?
All right, I used to have this water bottle that I'd drink from when I was streaming, and it had a straw. Like, it's one of those types of water bottles, and my fans kept calling it a sippy cup. And it just escalated.
That's dope. Word up. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you in hell. This is the Procrastinator signing out. Thanks for being here. Give us more free shit. Bye.
Go get yourself a treat. Go get yourself a treat.
Get yourself a treat. You work so hard. Go get yourself a fucking Big Mac and a couple of pies and a couple of cakes, and you deserve it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
We're going.